Alright, welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 4. Last time we got the thunder, or the, what is this called again? Thunder shot from the Volt Forge, or from a ship we picked up in the Volt Forge. Right now, we are going to go around the Soul Valley one more time, see if we can pick up some stuff that comes available now. The first one is actually right here next to this save station. There's a thunder blocker up here.
Hit it. Hit it. There we go.
And one of these teleportation devices. And it will give us another Viola boost tank. Alright, directly south of that save station, we've got one of these Lemorne shrines here. I just took off the thunder block that was covering it. Open up the psychic lock here. Got an interesting looking room in here. This is the Floating Path Shrine. Water saturated with green energy. Let's see what's through here first. Green energy crystals down here. A Neo Root Spur. They got on pretty much the same way as the ones that we fought back in the Fury Green area. Collect these first. Oh, there is a moat socket down here. Grab this. Surprising amount of reach on there. That'll open up a slot with a socket or a shot expansion. Ow. So the trick to this shrine, you only have 2 of these psychic motes to work with. You have to use it to extend these platforms out so you can get across. Once you get to the other side, you need to use another one to open up this door. And through here, we have an upgrade for our ice shot. Super ice shot. Consumes 10 shot ammo to launch a storm of icy projectiles that ricochet. Alright, let's see what this does. Yeah, just like the Super Fire Shot, there's a 2-level charge to it. It's basically the same as the charged ice shot that we picked up earlier. It's just got more projectiles to it. It might do more damage as well. I'm not positive on that. I'm pretty sure that is everything in here. Yes. So go ahead and use this to get back out. Next stop is actually right over here.
Thundershot opened up areas that were locked before.
Thank you, Miles.
Explore some of the places you've already been.
Back here at the Ring of Thunder Shrine. Yeah, last time we came in here we couldn't do anything because we didn't have the Thunder Shot. Now that we have it though, looks like these things have reset. Pull this up. You hit any one of those, it'll charge up the entire mechanism. And that will open up an elevator for us. A few more green energy crystals down here. And through this door. Upgrade for the Thunder Shot. Charged Thunder Shot consumes 5 ammo to fire a high voltage burst that arcs to other targets. Can't really show it off very well here. But I will go ahead and... yeah, in here we can't see the arcing effect on it. We will give that a test once we get to a spot with actual enemies to fight. Back out to the surface. Alright, and up here, just north of this little crater area, is another shrine that we can get into now that we have the Thunder Shot. Got these things here on the wall. Sand crawlers. Got a mechanism here. Sculpted by ancient morn to match the motif of the wall surface. Psychic remote inside, but we can't get to it at the moment. Activate the spinner. Give us access to the moat. catch this again? Ah, right up here on the ceiling. That will open the hatch in the ceiling as well as create these patterns on the wall, which for the moment we can't do anything with. We need the psychic ball upgrade. So unfortunately we can't do much in here other than collect the green energy crystals down in the bottom level. And investigate that hole, which I'll do in just a second. Come down here, there's a shot expansion. Here, give us way back out. There's one more thing we can get before we move on. And correction, there's actually another thing that a couple other things we can get here that I forgot about. First one, once you have saved Tokabi in the Ice Belt and met up with him back in base camp, you will be able to find him out in certain areas of Soul Valley.
Samus, please, join me. You feel that? Dry wind blows across the land. The sound of the breeze and the voices of the creatures that dwell here remind me of home. My family comes from a long line of hunters. Hunting is how we survived. Like my father and grandfather before me. Now, when I catch the scent of game in the wind, I remember those who came before. Anyway, I lose myself. I found something near the cargo launcher. I kept it, thinking it'll be of use to you. Here.
Teleporter chip acquired. It's another thing that Miles can tinker with and potentially get us something useful. I'm not going to go do that right now, though. It's not an extra item that we can use in the field. It's going to be something for story-related stuff later. So there are a few places where Tokabi will show up. That first one is right there, and then there are a couple other spots scattered around the Soul Valley. Whenever you leave the Soul Valley and come back, he will be in a different location. Those other locations that he can show up in will...
You got something interesting. I'd love to take a look. Come on back to base camp when you have a minute.
Yeah, I'll get to that when I can, Miles. Anyway, as I was saying, the locations that Tokabi will show up in are around Soul Valley. He will have additional items for you in those spots, but he doesn't reset his location until you've left the Soul Valley and come back. So we're not going to be able to get that next item now. We're going to have to do that in a little bit later. Okay. So this Galactic Federation debris down south. Shoot this with the Thunder Shot. Hatch opens up and you can pick up a missile expansion. Alright, all the way down here next to the entrance to the Volt Forge. Right around when we first crash landed when we took the cargo launch the first time. Probably remember this. You shoot the little mechanism down here. Powers this up and we can pick up an energy tank. Right over here on the other side of the gate, spot where there's some psychic platforms you can activate. If you come up here, there's none of those scout bots. Now that we have the Thunder Shot, we can finally do something with this. Shoot it. Give it a scan. And our area map will update with the location of all the unacquired items. And then it'll break. You did the good, little guy. So now that we have that upgrade, all of these little orange plus marks are spots where we can get a new item. In the Soul Valley, a couple of these are where Tokabi shows up. And it'll also mark these mech part locations, which we can't do anything with those right now, but we'll get. They're going to be important. So I believe here, here, and here are where Tokabi's other locations are, if I remember correctly. But we will deal with those later. For right now, our next goal is going to be to go up to the Ice Belt. Because if you remember, there was a back up near the command center, there was a thunder blocker that we couldn't get through. And that is going to be our next area of progression. Okay, correction, I was wrong. A couple other things we can get now. This one here is another one of these spots where pull a box out of the ground with Psychic Lasso. And then all the way over here, we haven't examined this location at all yet. There isn't much we can do with the bridge and up there. But if we come down here, there are grapple nodes at the bottom, or the underside of the bridge. That'll nail us another large shot expansion. Okay, now on to the Ice Belt. Alright, correction, there's one more thing we can get here. For real, this is the last one. The elevator leading up to the tram that takes us to the Ice Belt. Now that we've got the grapple beam, we can get up here. This thing is the leg of a Galactic Federation heavyweight golem. So, that's a piece of Betsy. We can figure out how to get it back to base camp. We might be able to fix her. We got the psychic boost rail here. Boost through it. grab ourselves a missile expansion. Okay, now for realsies, getting to the ice belt. I will meet you guys back when we are in the ice belt. Alright, we go back to the snowfield where you fought the snow wolves. We'll be dealing with reavers instead. Give me a second. There we go. Got another one of these scout bots here. Alright, so now we have location of every single collectible left in the ice belt. Also, this place is going to be swimming with gravers from now on. There's no way around it. First, we're going to make a quick trip down to the quarantine zone. Break this open. Ow. Jerk. Okay, got a missile expansion. My aim is garbage today. Alright, and I think I missed this last time. We just have to hit this with a charge shot. Get us another shot expansion. Alright, once we're back up top, there's quite a few expansions we can get now. I think the only one that we can't get right now is this here in the storage bay. That requires an item that we don't have yet. But it is actually what we are here to get. So we should be able to, if I remember correctly, we should be able to clear this area out entirely. on this trip. So first things first, I'm going to go down this path that's blocked off with the electric lock. We'll get what we need to get from in there, and then we will make a quick trip through and get all of the items that are left in this area. Heavy-duty barricade clamp. Fused to the door's metal, its release is effectively impossible, so we can't get through there. See? Non-functional storage gate, completely severed from circuitry. Okay. What is that? Galactic Federation Battle Android VUE-995. Currently dormant, all systems nominal, 58% battery charge remaining. Can be activated via its startup switch or using an electric shock. I think we got an electric shock. There we go.
Scanning for hostile. Greetings, Samus Aaron. You have a new suit. I am VU-995, Galactic Federation Golem pilot. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
I am not receiving signals from the Federation base. Perhaps we are out of range. I will accompany you.
Alright, VU-995, Battle Android pilot of heavyweight class Golem Warmechs, equipped with mini missile launcher on each shoulder and palm-mounted sonic boom emitters. This guy is so freaking cool.
This door is blocking your way. Allow me to assist. The way is clear. Moving forward, please let me know when I can clear the way.
I will absolutely do that. And actually, I think I got something you can do right here.
All done.
Thank you, View. Alright, so this looks like it's another outdoor segment. High insulation, multi-layered tempered glass, can't be broken by standard firearms.
This glass has been weakened. You should be able to destroy it. I cannot cross this chasm. Please continue without me.
Alright, be back as soon as I can, buddy. Alright, so we got these psychic grapple nodes. Just gotta swing across. When the wind picks up, it will automatically fling you in the off to the side, so you can't just swing across willy-nilly.
Feel free to explore. I will scout the area for an exit.
You got it. one of these lore statues.
Shadi Haram. Kinara Pangash Osanate. Fantalit Sagashaden. Din Sakura Gamad. Kilakastin Halal. Ishana Akazan. Karan Tek. Tunakel Salesh. Sakeli Manor. Jatanet Dongeti Salesh. Etenam Manekat. Adlata. Lamar Kasala Beach. Tunakel Salesh. Asaka Beach Sostelana. Tina Shulav Malda Tekanich Zansteden. Sastavanaka. Din Vasil. Vusanich Pitajin. Malda to Kingdom Geti Salesh. Zansteden. Chatsaga. Rashalan Delutico Samate. Virus. Klashavich. Din Salam. Zahel Aegis. Tamalatin Fasek. Jakam Manet. Kamas Lama. Malta Tekanich Geti. Kaladich. Osman. Sugamet. Brazil.
So the Lemorn decided to give their entire population psychic power. But the ones that didn't natively have that power were mutated into the Grievers by the Green Rain. That is indeed a tragedy. This might have been a mistake. I don't know how I'm going to get back out of here. Seek the depths to ascend the stars. Psychic lift is damaged, so that's not going to get us back up. Let's see what we're working with here. Ow. Ah, right, that's what we gotta do. So, some of these have a mechanism behind... Didn't mean to do that. Ah, it's this one. Yeah, mechanism behind it. Charge it with psychic energy. It'll give you access to a moat. We get both the moats into the statues. And we have a new power-up. Psychic Spider Ball acquired. While a Morph Ball holds ZL to magnetize and adhere to Spider Ball tracks or hang from tether nodes. Once materialized, Psychic Ball tracks can also be used. I can manifest these psychic tracks. few tricks you can do when you're on the tracks. First one you can do is you can just do a bomb jump off of it. You're going to need to do that in a couple spots. I believe the other tricks you can do with it are ones we're going to have to do here to get back out. These are the tether nodes. You just got to get close enough to the nodes to magnetize to it. Use the left stick to move yourself around it. What you got to do for this is pull down to stretch out, and then release ZL, and it'll fling you in the opposite direction. That's got to be my favorite new feature of the spider ball, just being able to fling yourself across the map. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of places where you can do it, but the places where you can, they've got some interesting uses for it. Now now that we've got the spider ball, make our way back, meet up with View. Somewhere, I don't know what. And now that we got the spider ball, we can pick up something back in the room where we met View. Grab a self-shot expansion. Wait, is that? That's the wrong way. Oh, I guess he must have already started heading back to base camp. So now we can start to go through the lower levels of the facility and start picking up all of these expansions that we had to pass by before. First one is going to be right here. This one, you have to bomb these red conduits, but you're on a time limit, so you do have to go fairly quickly. Hold on. There we go. Got a missile expansion there. Alright, it's back here in the storage bay. Remember, down here, there is a little morph ball slot we can get into. And we couldn't do anything here when we got the power turned back on because we need the spider ball. I do a double bomb jump off of the spider ball track there. Alright, and then this morph ball tunnel here. Oh, no, don't do that. We can use the spider ball to get up here. Ow. Break this. Grab another shot expansion. Alright, back out here in the ice canyon. The path that we originally took on our way to get the power turn back on down here. I probably remember we activated the psychic grapple nodes over there, but we couldn't do anything with it yet. Now we got the grapple beam. Ourselves an energy tank. Yeah, this I forgot to grab on the way back up the first time. We could have gotten this ages ago. Shot expansion, you can get this as soon as the power's turned back on the first time. You just have to use a psychic bomb on the slot up there. Alright, then back down here in the power generator. Remember we activated this psychic, or this psychic magnet track here earlier. Now, the last thing you can do with the spider ball and the magnet tracks is if you use the boost ball, it'll launch you straight out. First time through, it took me a couple tries to get this lined up properly to catch on the track. I kept missing it. Follow this all the way to the end. You get yourselves a large shot expansion, 20 more ammo. And that should be everything that we can get in the ice belt. Except for something that I forgot to pick up in the room where you get the spider ball. I'll be right back. Alright, on the way back up, right here in the deep archive, hit this with the thunder shot, and it'll open a shortcut back up top. And this will drop you off all the way back in the control room. Okay, back down in here in the room where you got the spider ball. There's just a missile expansion sitting here underneath the collapsed walkway. Don't know why I didn't think to check when I was in here earlier, but it happens. Alright, So I'm going to meet you guys back at the entrance to the ice belt. Alright, no sign of View on the way back, so I'm going to assume he just started making his way back to base camp. Alright, now that we have the spider ball, there's a couple things we can pick up. I'm going to go ahead and take care of those really quick. And then we will probably call it a day.
Everybody left for the mine. You can meet them there. Oh, they just made contact with you 995. I sent them the mine's coordinates. They should be on their way to the mine now.
The mine? Oh, guess we can do something over there now. Alright, we're back in the Falling Labyrinth Shrine. Now that we got the spider ball, we can start making our way up here. This isn't quite as easy as it looks, because even though you can do the bomb jumps off of the spider ball tracks to get further up, as you get higher up, it starts becoming less of... or you can't do the bomb jump anymore, because you're just going to hit the ceiling and fall off, because these aren't going straight up the wall, they're going to start to go on the ceiling. So instead, what we need to do is we need to take a look at the top, where we need to end up, and start to trace our way back. So it looks like looks like if we come over here, no, I think I screwed that up. Okay, I think I got it now. Alrighty, no other crystals in here. Here we have another upgrade for the Thundershot. Super Thundershot consumes 20 ammo to fire a sustained electrified current. This thing guzzles your ammo, but it does a ton of damage over a prolonged period. Go ahead and show it off real quick. Yeah, this thing ended up being my main source of damage in my first playthrough once I got it. Alright, but that is it for today. Next time, we are going to probably see what's going on over at the mines, but we do also have the Thundershot. So we could make a quick trip back to Flare Pool, the Volt Forge, or Fury Green to see if we can activate the scout bots and pick up some more ammunition before we go in there. Because if the whole team is going here, something tells me that it's not going to be an easy time on the inside. See you guys then.